People are very fed up with the state of affairs in the watch market. There are many collectors that feel that gray market dealers are maybe doing things that are not in the collector's best interest, or maybe collectors are experiencing little tricks that some dealers or flippers often do to maximize their profit, unfortunately, at the expense of the buyer. In this video, I'm going to be covering 5 things that watch flippers frequently do to maximize their profit. Now, we do need to make a distinction between what is a watch flipper and what is a watch dealer. Now, just for the context of this video, we're going to say that a watch dealer is more along the lines of someone that has a large inventory and they have a very well-known presence. They're respected, they're reputable, they have great Google reviews, they're larger, so on and so forth. And we'll also make the distinction here that a flipper is maybe a newer dealer or a dealer that is just all about the high volume business, the quick flips, the small margins, the move, and maximize that profit using different tips and tricks. It can be a little bit tricky there in the nuances between the two, but keeping it at a high level without jumping into it, that's what we'll go with. But before we do that, guys, please do not forget to check out my new watch marketplace, chronograbs.com, where currently you can buy and sell at 0% commissions and 0 listing fees. We have private party listings, we have some trusted dealers, we have a bunch of great watches, almost 1,000 at this point. So make sure to sign up for a free account over at chronograbs.com. So let's jump into it. The first thing that watch flippers often do to maximize their profits is they will take out links from the watch. Now, this is a very old school practice. This is kind of one of the techniques that old school jewelers would use to kind of build up side value for when they finally go to retire or needed some money in a pinch. They will draw from their accessories or their links, in this case, sell the links to dealers that need them or want to stock them and make a profit. Now, this is especially true for the case of hard-to-find links, but very, very true for precious metals such as gold, platinum. You get it. And so this is something that happens quite frequently. Now, it can be difficult to determine whether or not links have been taken out of a pre-owned watch or who took the links out. But nonetheless, this is the number one trick that flippers will do to maximize their profits: take out links and sell you the watches short. Let me know what you think. Comments below. Takes us into holding on to the boxes. Now, with watch boxes, it's a totally different ball game. Now, for most people, they really care about the warranty card when they're buying a watch. Unless they're going to wear it, then they don't care as much. But when it comes to the box, unless it's some type of limited edition watch where the box is very special, these boxes trade out there between dealers and flippers pretty frequently, and there are even some dealers that just specialize in boxes. The boxes come from watches that were maybe sold by authorized dealers in other countries as used, because they'll backdate the warranty card, sell the watch off to wholesalers in either different countries or the same country that they're in, but they won't include things like the trinkets or the box, because that's just the authorized dealer would be kind of pushing their luck a little bit too far, because they may get in trouble with the brand of the watch that they sold. So there are plenty of boxes floating around, and a lot of dealers will just keep the boxes separately because they do hold value. Now, the boxes can range from anywhere between $100 to maybe $300, and some boxes can fetch up to even $10,000 if it's like a very rare AP box or a Patek box. So this is another one to look out for. It's not the biggest deal, and it can be kind of hard to determine where the box went. I personally, just as a collector, don't really care about the box, because really you want that warranty card if you want something at all. And I wear my watches just like I'm wearing this IWC Sun from the IWC Father and Son box set. But guess what? I don't have the box because I wear the watch. Now, the next thing that flippers will do is they will call a watch a slider. Now, there are some flippers or dealers out there that will take a watch that's pre-owned. Clearly, it's got a couple little scuffs here or there, and they'll buff it out a little bit, but overall, the watch is passable as an unworn or a quote new watch. And this is something you see frequently with flippers because they're really trying to maximize their profit per watch that they have because they don't have the same kind of buying power. They don't have the same kind of volume. They don't have kind of the benefits of being a more scaled professional operation. So there will be people in this business that will just, call a watch that's pre-owned a slider because they kind of touched it up with a Scotch Brite pad or something like that. So watch out for this. If you see it on the forums or elsewhere, slider is something that you really want to just consider to be a pre-owned watch at the end of the day. Now, this takes us into ghost listings. If you've been on any marketplace out there, Chrono24, eBay, there are people that will list watches that maybe they don't have, or maybe they already sold the watch. They'll leave up the listing in the case or the event that maybe someone just checks out, and then they'll hurry and scurry and try to find which dealer has the watch, and hopefully at less than you paid for it so they can make some kind of profit. Now, this is very common when you get into places that are just so desperate to have additional inventory on their site. At Chronograbs, we have a strict zero ghost listing policy. If anyone is caught with a ghost listing, we get a report. There's a report button. They're immediately off the platform. We don't play with fake listings. It ruins everything for everyone. The prices are not realistic oftentimes. It's misleading for buyers. It's misleading for other sellers that are trying to make an honest and fair sale. And this one is far too common today when anyone can just pretend that they have something on the internet in a land of make-believe. Watch out for ghost listings, guys. Now, last, we're going to have to talk about beating you up on a trade-in. Now, the price that a dealer or a flipper is willing to pay for your watch is the price they're willing to pay. It could be based on market, could be based on their inventory, could be based on, the type of capital they have at play to spend on inventory. There's many factors involved here. But what I'm talking about here, and there have been some very big dealers that have done this in the past, but it's become not as common, I'll have to say, is just beating you up on your sale price or trade-in. You'll take great photos, and that's the most important thing, is to, when you sell your watch or trade it in, document everything that you know is wrong. Don't try to pass anything off, because on the other end, they may say, oh, you didn't tell me about this ding, this scratch, it's not running, there's a scratch on the anti-reflective coating on the crystal, something like that, and then they'll offer you, who knows what, 10, 20% less than what they said they would have in the first place. So really the way to beat this trick, just to protect yourself, is just to document everything, put everything up front, right? It's like when you sell a car to like a CarMax or a Carvana, if you have out there, everything needs to match when you go to sell your car, right? You need to make sure that you identified and noted any of the kind of scratches, dents, accidents, things like that. And so with watches, we're talking about things that are oftentimes the same price as a car. And so you really do need to catalog all those independent things, because it's going to help make a smoother sale at the end of the day, and also help you to avoid getting caught in a trap of, unfortunately, maybe getting stuck with an offer that you just don't want. So guys, this has been 5 things that watch flippers will do sometimes to try to maximize their profit, and sometimes at your expense. I hope this was helpful. If there's anything you'd like to add, please leave that in the comments below. Please also do not forget to check out chronograbs.com, where you can buy and sell currently at 0% commission and 0 listing fees. A lot of cool watches out there. Chronograbs.com. We'll see you next time. You've been chatting with John Pate.